Taurus, hello. Thank you for joining us. Weekly reading time. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Taurus. This is a Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and it's a general reading for those Sun, Moon, and Rising positions of Taurus. So it won't speak to all of you. If it's not seeming like it's your message, then I would recommend checking out any of the other fantastic readers on YouTube, or you can look back on our channel. There are a few weeks of messages now for Taurus, and I do feel that when you see the message is when you're meant to. So if it's if it isn't your read this week, you can always check that, and if you want, you can check out those, or maybe next week will be your message. Okay, so I'm going to put these out in the order they came out. We're going to do 5, so I'm going to take that one back. We're doing 5 this week, and then we're going to do some further qualification from the Starman Tarot to understand things a little bit more deeply. I wanted to do a little bit longer readings this week so I could play with my Starman Tarot cards. So you've got a lot of color here at the beginning. Yeah, the flames are jumping out at me. So you're starting out right here with 3 major arcana. It's going to be a big week for you, Taurus, I think. Starting out with a lot of vibrant color, 3 major arcana. Let's see. The fire, the flames are jumping out at me. This is sort of the intuitive part of this reading. There's some creative surge in you that's moving you forward, like the devil's feet are on fire. There's a fire underneath this bird. It's like someone's lit a fire under you, is the phrase that comes to mind. So we start out with the Lovers, one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. This is possibly a partnership that is romantic, but not necessarily. It is a partnership of sorts. There's some decision that you need to make related to partnership is what I'm sensing. There are different interpretations for cards, of course, but what I'm feeling right now, Taurus, is there's a decision you need to make regarding a partnership. I don't know yet if that's a romantic or not. It's getting clouded. It's made more difficult by this devil energy, which can be an addiction. I'm not sensing a severe addiction as in a drug addiction or a problem drinking or any of that. That's not what I feel off this card this week. What I'm feeling is an addiction to patterns and habit. You are very much used to a certain routine, and because you're so used to your routine, you're having trouble making the decision that needs to be made about a partnership of some sort. So maybe it's a job you aren't wanting to leave because you're used to it. You like the people you work with. You want to have that same lifestyle that you have now. Everything's quite predictable. And I think Taurus, being a creature of habit and being very earthy, you like your habit, you like your routine, and you're a little bit hesitant to change anything. And you feel like making whatever this choice is going to change things in a way that is less pleasant. I don't know that that's necessarily true, but that this is what I'm sensing from you. The next card is Temperance, and this is finding a middle path. It's finding the balance. It's saying, yes, it's understandable that you like your routine, Taurus. There are many good things about your life, and you don't want to change that. But don't just assume that making this decision is going to take away your comfort and your predictability. There's a middle way. There's a way to change things so that they're better for you, so that you're feeling better emotionally, but you don't lose your routine. You don't lose your predictable quality of life. It just makes things better if you're able to move forward. The next card I'm seeing, this 5 of Cups, is about remorse or regret. You have an energy around you right now, Taurus, that's holding you back because you feel like you've lost something. You feel like this decision isn't one you want to make. You just want everything to be the way it was. You want it to be good. You want your routine. You want to be in the place you want to be in with the people you want to be with. And you feel like it's not really a choice anymore to have that. This choice needs to be made. And on the other side of that choice could be phenomenally wonderful things, but you can't see them and you've never lived them. All you know is what you're living now and what you've lived in the past, and comparing how you feel right now to how you once felt in your present situation is making you feel like you've lost something. And that's making you sad. Pardon just a second. Apologies for the delay there. I had to get rid of that phone that was ringing. Okay, so you're feeling a little sad about what you've lost. And then the Son of Pentacles is coming in. There's some new information here. The Son of Pentacles, that Knight of Pentacles energy in this deck. And it's really the strong sense, I think, that you just want to live your life. You just want to focus on your day-to-day. You just want to do what you do. It's back to this routine and this habit that you're really not wanting to give up. There's this sense that it's very comforting for you, this habit, this routine, and you know you've lost it, and you really want it. You really want it, but you're focused right now on just getting through every day when you know this is here, you know you need to make a choice of some sort. Let's have a little bit of clarity around that sense of loss. It's the Sun. You feel like you've lost your son. You feel like you've lost that life-giving energy and vitality, that feeling of just being completely lit up and full of joy and celebration and positivity. You feel like you've lost that somehow because things have changed in a way that's making you have to make a choice here. What do we want to ask? How do we feel better, I guess, is maybe we can clarify that Son of Pentacles, that focus on your day-to-day. Just get some further guidance for Taurus around that Son of Pentacles energy. What is it about the day-to-day that's comforting? A Hanged Man. There's something comforting about keeping yourself in a waiting place. There's something comforting about making sacrifices for someone you love. I'm not sure where that's coming from. There's something comforting about martyrdom. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not meaning to criticize in any way, but there's something about putting yourself second to the needs of those you care for that is your role. This is what you're used to. This is what you're comforted by. When you have people to take care of, everything seems right. When you have like a team to manage or a family to keep on track and scheduled, and you don't have to think too much about yourself and what you want or what might fulfill you, that's fulfilling for you, taking care of other people. And you feel like you've lost that in some way. You know, maybe there's been a restructuring at work. Maybe you just hired some help around the house and now you're feeling a little like, this is supposed to be a good thing, but I kind of don't feel great because I'm not the one always making lunch anymore. I'm not the one folding the laundry. And I know I said that was a burden, but now I don't have it to do. I kind of miss it. I think you're going to find another resource, though. You're going to find another place to get that sense of fulfillment. This Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, a new taking on a new project or taking on new responsibilities in some practical way, in this very earthy way, exactly in the way that you're missing, because you feel like you had it and now you've lost it somehow. And Spirit is saying that there is something coming for you where you get to do that again. You get to take care of everyone. And I think, it probably has to do with making this choice. Let's just take a little bit of a look here and try to get a little bit further clarity from Spirit on the Lovers card. Let's see. Any further guidance for Taurus on the Lovers card? It's the Starman in reverse. So this is the Magician energy in reverse. And it very specifically says, because I just looked at the book. Someone else got the Starman. Is it Aries? I don't remember. But it says that the Starman has no reverse interpretation. It is always the magician, the creator, the ability to bring new things into being. So how does that relate? The manifestation aspect of this is what I'm sensing here. There's a choice that needs to be made. And it's possible you are not used to making the choices. You kind of ride the wave. You're very diligent and very hardworking and very supportive, and you just get shit done. But you're not the one who decides what you're going to put your energy on. And I get the sense in this coming up, in regard to this decision you need to make, that Spirit is saying it's time for you to be the magician in your life. It's time for you to be the manifester. You get to make the decision which way you go. And although it makes sense that you had a very well-defined role and you really liked your routine, that has been lost for, in this case, I think for better, but maybe better or worse. It doesn't really matter. It's not there anymore. What you were used to, you can't have anymore. But you can have something similar, and it's in your power to decide to move in that direction instead of staying here where you're feeling very sad and trying to hold on to something that isn't there, that used to be there but isn't there, that you miss. I think that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that there's some help in there for you. I hope this week brings you some clarity about that decision that needs to be made. Thank you so much to those of you who've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that. Every like, share, and subscribe helps us grow the tribe, helps get these messages out to more people. And that's really my goal, to share these messages from Spirit with everyone and see if they are, reaching the people that they need to reach. And I love the feedback. If you're so inclined as to share feedback, if this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a good week, Taurus. Blessings.